Hello, hello, chat. Good morning. Oh my god, it's so late, bro. But yeah, let's call it good morning, everyone. What's up, friends? This will be a very short stream. I'm guessing like 3 hours or so. But still better than nothing, I thought, so I just sent it. Man, it's crazy how busy this period is. I always like have the goal to do more things, and I just always fail. I yet to reach a tier where I'm like, nice. I did everything I wanted to do, and this is one of those tiers. It's crazy. It is crazy, guys. Okay, what do we start with? I didn't even have the chance to look at the news so much this time. I know there is some stuff. When I say news, I'm not talking about U.S. politics. We're talking about crest reduction. I saw. We're just gonna browse Wowhead, honestly, but I need to pull my chat up here. Yo, Netzo, what's up? One sec. I need to get you guys on chat arena. This is too far. All right. Yo. Yeah, good morning, Don Wheeler and Red Frost and Sapphire and everyone else as well. Could you leave our crowd Morton core raid? Oh my god, I started speaking German there. What the fuck? Like my pronunciation turned into German mid-sentence. No, I will not raid lead anyone, dude. And also changes this upcoming race. Yeah, I mean, we did our roster changes quite quickly after the tier. But basically we got 2 healers from Method. Aside from that, we got the Wall Life into Liquid, and instead, kind of instead, we got Norsken, who was ex Laget, and then he joined what do you call Fatchak, yes? I think actually Method just trolled by not reaching out to him. I don't know, maybe they did and he didn't want to join, but might be an oversight by them. Because he joined Fatchak, yes, right? And I think he's a really good player. I was already scouting him when Laget disbanded, but we didn't need melee players anymore. And like he was on my waiting list, kind of. And as soon as Wally left, I immediately reached out to Norskin. And we also got Karash, actually. Okay, Karash actually is the full replacement of Wall Life, I would say. Whereas Norskin kind of replaced Yoka. And Yoka quit because of just work, basically. He's too busy for the expansion. But yeah, real talk, will Midnight be good? What do you think? Man, I was thinking about that just as the stream was launching. I was quickly in the bathroom. I think like I'm seeing a lot of people play TBC actually a lot more than I thought. I always feel like I'm missing out on the hype, and I think with classes getting simpler, I think it's gonna attract a lot more people, but there will be definitely some disappointed people who are playing right now. I mean, they are already disappointed if they were playing, if their spec got like pruned and stuff, right? I think it's a correct play on the long term for sure. I would say it's a bit fucked up, but everybody was expecting it, right? The add-on situation is also a bit fucked up, and you're going to see top guilds doing things that normal guilds won't have. And there will be a bigger skill cap because of that. Like before I was saying, you know, the casuals, the skill gap shouldn't be that big with add-ons come, but the problem is add-ons are still there, and we will have private add-ons. Which, by the way, I don't think private add-ons should be allowed to begin with either, but yeah, it's a whole nother topic. So I think comparing themselves, like, you should not compare yourself to us. Compare yourself to public normal guilds, you know. I get why people are playing TBC again, like it was re-released like 3 years ago. I mean, it is a good expansion, man. It is a good fucking expansion. I missed out on both TBC releases. Like, I only played the original, and then I never played it again, but I would love to, honestly. Yeah, but I mean, with what time do I play, guys? That's the problem, right? But let's see. The goal for 2026 is to distance myself from a lot of jobs, so I have extra time. Let's see if that will work. So it's going to be weird with 3 raids over 3 weeks. It's not gonna be that weird. Like the first 2 raids are released at the same time. The weird part is the second mythic week. The 2 raids come out at the same time, by the way. On the and there's a heroic week, and there's the first mythic week where you have access to the first 2 raids still only, and then the second mythic week is when you get the last raid. It is a bit weird. Yeah. No, that TBC will bore out a lot of player fast. It was same as previous release. I mean, that is perfect for Blizzard, kind of, because then those players can go straight into midnight, right? It can be a step to midnight. I think that is probably their thinking as well. I mean, they are making it more approachable to classic players as well. Man, if they only got rid of the, actually, I wouldn't even say that. I just don't like that classes are still complex. They are still too complex for my taste. Not the rotation. The rotation can be even more complex. I don't mind that, but the understanding of what to do with your class. Yeah. I don't know. But it's fine, guys. Not here to complain. We don't have time for that today. We're gonna look at Wowhead. Talents are a big step for casuals, to be honest. A big step up. I don't know what that means. Midnight release straight into marathon release. What? What is a marathon release? Do you expect the first 2 raids splittable? On Mythic? No. I do not expect that, no. I can from MOP, you choose 6 talents versus 60. I would choose the 6 talents, yeah. So yeah, I wasn't comparing it to MOP, I was comparing it to TBC. So in TBC you also had a lot of talents, right? But it was a lot more straightforward. Also, you didn't have hero talents on top. I definitely prefer the MOP style. This, at some point in the way, like, this got somehow misinterpreted, I think, the MOP situation. The problem with MOP talents never was that it was too few talents. The problem was, and this lasted until Shadowlands, right? That you just never picked certain talents because they were always bad. So instead of balancing it and are creating like cool talent options within those 9, they just, I don't know, made it explode and just bigger with even more talents that you don't use. It's weird. I compare MOP because I'm playing retail MOP. Yeah, no, all good, all good. Yeah, no, I prefer the 6 talent. I think MOP 6 talents. I mean, same, like Shadowlands was also fine. I don't know if it was 6 there, maybe it was 7 or something. I don't know, but that was also fine, I think. Yeah, I would heavily prefer that. I'm surprised, like I think with the new expansion, we might go back to that. That's the feeling I have. Or at least you might have many talents, but it might be like more of a way to progress your character and not choices all the time. I could see that. So like they're kind of doing that right now with like the mage class tree. Like you kind of get everything you want. Like there's not much you need to sacrifice. Like you have enough points to get everything, kind of. And you see that at the upper parts of the tree as well. Like you're just gonna have to spend all those points. So it's just like a step while leveling. It's complex to release a feeling. You see, as a DH, when you're leveling, you get access to metamorphosis talents, but you don't learn meta till like That's funny. I mean, you do start at higher level as DH, right? Maybe is that not sorting that out? That's super weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the leveling experience is a problem in itself, but um, I think talents are just unnecessarily complex. I don't like it. Like, yeah, I like game. Like the more I think about it, the more I just appreciate simplicity in games. But yeah, TBC was 100% best time of WoW. I really like TBC, but I never rated hardcore. I don't know what about the rating scene, but I mean, Arena coming out was a game changer for me. That was insane, and Heroic Dungeons was really cool as well. Okay, well, except for the attunement stuff, I hate, I disliked it. Like the attunement was a bit too hard for me. But yeah, okay, we can open this one. Let me go through first and just select stuff, and we yap in between, guys. Man, I miss streaming. I couldn't stream yesterday because we had so much stuff during the week. I couldn't take my Wednesday off, which is usually my off day. So I just took the Saturday off, and then I was sad because I didn't stream. And then today I was about to maybe not stream either. I'm also fasting at the same time. It's Ramadan time. I don't know if you guys know. I saw so much shit on social media about Ramadan this time. I don't know, my Twitter algorithm or something must be going crazy. Um, Currency, Endeavor, Vendor, Upgrade Crest. Upgrade Crest and latest midnight. What is this? Oh, in the. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna talk about that as well. Okay. Why is that 20 hour? Wait, is there more crests for housing quests? I hope not. Customer cost change, that's an important one. Upgrade achievements. Oh, that is really interesting. That's really nice. I did not know about this. I like it. Good thinking, Blizzard. Wait, how was it before? Before for your alts, did you not need like half less values or something? And from 15%. Ah, okay. Damn, it's I think quite telling that I've not been playing alts in some time. Actually, I did prepare. I did play the Shadow Priest during Liberation of Undermine, but yeah, it's been a while, guys. Let's look at bad new ways voice pack. Does not matter. Dude, sometimes I'm confused. Like, out of all the partnerships you can create, you go for this. I'm guessing Vase is some sort of like Google Maps thing, and it gives you voice direction in Zolotov's voice. I don't know, man. Like, there are so many cool partnerships they could do. They just go for that instead. A bit weird to me. I think the business development needs to rethink their life choices a bit. Um, yeah, this is also another one, dude. Okay, I mean maybe this might be a good thing. This might be like something. I think is Pinterest more used by women? I don't know. I've never heard of a man talk about Pinterest. I also didn't hear of a woman talk about Pinterest, but I don't talk to a lot of women. Uh, so it feels like a bit more aimed at the female audience. This website. And if they enjoy it, that's great. But for me, this is not very interesting. But also, I don't enjoy housing either. So maybe not my jam, dude. Midnight early access on worldwide launch schedule. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I mean, season 1 rate overview and schedule. Are these are block highlighted, or these? Is there anything new? I thought we knew all the schedule rates, but maybe it was just all assumptions. I don't know. I'm lost now. Why do we have a news on that 2 days ago? I thought these things were decided like a month ago. Let's just scales midnight. New dells, dungeon development, farm fast, dark view solution, reputations. Okay. We're just gonna go 7 day back because I check it every week, guys. Watch my pre-patch trailer to earn Discord currency. What the fuck? This I can see a bit more though. This partnership, right? Data mining, because like we all use Discord, but what the fuck is Vase, bro? Midnight data mining reviews, possible turbo boost mechanic. Oh, that's an interesting one as well. Turbo boost. I'm surprised if they do turbo boost again. Maybe a smarter variation of it. I don't know. Take the flight to the seat of power or storm. I don't know what this is, but I guess we take a look. Blog post covering the upcoming prey system. I do need to catch up on that. Oh my god, there's so many things already, but I think this will be quick, guys. More glaives. I like this sort of weapons and armor. Just like even there, I like simplicity, even in art. I think things got a bit too out of hand. When is this first? On the 18th, Heroic Week starts, sir, in EU. 17th for US. The players more player customization. Yeah. New reimagined zones of midnight featuring Fiamma. What is that? Fiamma? Fiamma? What is Fiamma? This is another partnership. I'm so confused. Are they like getting sponsored by these brands or something? How does this work? New cosmetics. Okay, one more day of news left, guys. Mount Farm Legacy. And this I clicked last week. New Keystone Dungeons tabs. Plus dungeon system. Oh. I don't know, man. Actually, downgrading a mythic keystone is something that people can get lost at. I like this actually. Never mind.
Just subscribed.
I'm not gonna flame it. Big thank you for my wife for subscribing, guys. Let's fucking go. You see, they add new phase of Lura since you reviewed it. Unless you mean like literally like yesterday, I've been staring at you Lura like the last week, but I did not look at it since 2 days. But yeah, I did see all phases of Lura, and they scrapped the intermission that got leaked pretty much. They kept the phase 1 same, I guess, because those abilities are also happening later in the fight. I don't know why they scrapped the intermission. I think the new intermission is also maybe work in progress. It's a little bit I don't know. I can't imagine it being too interesting. I mean, it'll be hard. But yeah, it's a bit weird the way I think it will work out. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it works differently. I don't know. Okay. Cakesman was with Blizzard. That's cool. Okay. Let's go through it. Phil Spencer resigns. New leadership and the future of AI at Microsoft Gaming. Okay. Big changes were announced at Microsoft today as CEO of Microsoft Gaming Phil Spencer and President of Xbox Sarah Bond have both resigned, with Core AI President Asha Sharma. Sounds like shawarma. And head of Xbox Game Studios Matt Booty set to take over. Okay. Along with Bobby Kotick, Phil Spencer was principally responsible for the 75 billion acquisition. That's such a large number that it doesn't make sense anymore. At that point, just don't even use numbers, bro. It won't make sense to us, guys. In 2023, so far the largest video game acquisition in history, which made Blizzard Entertainment and World of Warcraft a part of the Microsoft corporation. Considered by many to be a real gamer among executives, Spencer was highly regarded by fellow gamers and investors alike. Responsible slashing consoles prices, supporting backwards compatibility, launching the Xbox Game Pass, and leading a significant expansion of Microsoft gaming business through the acquisition of Mojang, ZeniMax, and Activision Blizzard. That's all like cool things. I like the Xbox Game Pass. I don't know if people think it's like a bad thing to subscribe to it or something like that. I think it's a cool idea. And if people forget to unsubscribe and they don't use it, that's their fault, bro. I have no idea how they make that work with all those games, by the way. But yeah, as current head of Xbox Game Studios, Booties, Matt Booty. Okay. Probably rings a bell, but Sharma may not. The former VP of Product and Engineering at Meta and former CEO of Instacart joined Microsoft in 2024 and is currently the president of Core AI, overseeing teams and technologies powering AI across Microsoft and its enterprise customers. Okay. Oh shit! There's a massive email. Okay, we will have to look at these, even though it will take some time. No specific reason for the departure has been given. Spencer's emails to staff asserts that the decision to leave was a long time coming and revealed that Ashram would be taking over as a new head, promoted to the position of chief content officer. Perhaps even more surprising is the revelation that Sarah Bonells decided to leave Microsoft, widely believed to be poised as Spencer's successor. Very little detail was given, and she has so far refrained from commenting. Ah, okay. What is this video? Looking at the AI revolution. Okay, well, that is kind of whatever. New chapter for Microsoft Gaming. 1988 as an intern he started. That's crazy, bro. That's a success story right there. I can never imagine to products I'd help build the players. I'd be lucky enough to join. It's been an epic ride and truly the privilege of a lifetime. Also, he actually wanted to leave himself. We line approaching this transition with intention, ensuring stability and strengthening the foundation we've built. Xbox has always been more than a business. It's a vibrant community of players. I'm very curious what he was going to do next, by the way. It's a vibrant community of players, creators, and teams who care deeply about what we build and how we built it. And it deserves a thoughtful, deliberate plan for the road ahead. Welcome her. Working with her over the past several months has given me tremendous confidence. She brings genuine curiosity, clarity, and deep commitment to understanding players. Curiosity does sound like, yeah. I think a lot of people are criticizing this because like they think she has no idea what gamers like, and curiosity here does signal that as well. And this is to shape our future. We know this is an important moment for our fans, partners, and team. We're committed to getting it right. I'm in an advisory role through the summer to support a smooth handoff. Also great for the strength of our studios organization. Matt, Booty, and our studios team continue to build an incredible portfolio. I have full confidence. Top. Congratulating Matt. Sarah Bond has decided to leave Microsoft to begin a new chapter. Has been instrumental during a defining period for Xbox. Expanding Game Pass, cloud gaming, supporting new hardware launches. Saying thank you. Learned a lot. I have complete confidence. You expectors. Okay, proud fan and player. Okay, he didn't really say much, honestly. Just gonna do a quick scan of this guy's humility and urgency. Okay, because the team has built something extraordinary over there. Urgency because gaming is another period of range. We need to move with clarity and conviction. Viewers of some of the most beloved stories and characters. Understand what makes this work and protect it. Such a 30 commitment first great games. Return of Xbox. Yeah, I think people were saying they want to have giving now licenses expand across PC. It'll break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. I don't understand this. And recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. The renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are, it connects us to players, it's an Xbox, and to developers who build ambitious. Okay, I don't know. It just says words, but I don't really understand what that means. I think I had heard. Oh, she says AI slop. Let's go. Wait. So hers to read slightly. Yeah, I can also make it a bit bigger. I don't know if that helps or if it's the words in it that hurt. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love, but we will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. Those are some dangerous words, non-PR words, I would say she's saying. That's cool. Like shows like honesty a bit. We will build a shared platform and tools that empower developers and players to create and share their own stories. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans. I think she kind of had to say that if she worked at Core AI before, right? That is like the gamers would have been like having a heart attack otherwise. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and crafted with the most innovative technology provided by us. Okay. Seems to build something. Okay. Well, I think I'm not really concerned or anything about this. I don't think it will like impact Blizzard too much, honestly. Like even like let's say if she doesn't know much about gaming, I think she'll just let Blizzard do what they do, and Blizzard knows what they're doing to the level that they do. So I'm not worried about that. I would be more worried if she's like acting like she knows gaming, but she has no idea, you know. But I feel like she understands that she is not a gamer and is willing to just see how things work and I mean a lot of the CEO stuff I don't think she has to know about gaming at all. I'm curious what kind of jobs this would entail, but yeah. Uh, oh, my title that hurts to read. Oh, what did I say? Razor is trying to creep. Oh yeah, what the fuck? It's trying to creeping up. God damn, bro. that's that's how you know, guys, that it is creeping up on you. Reading Asha Shawarma. Yeah, dude, Shawarma is like that is the big problem with the last name. I think that's the only problem I have with her so far. I'm not really too interested on the rest. Yeah, a lot of people like criticize this because there's first the fact that I don't know, like Microsoft CEO apparently is Indian, and they hired another Indian person. They will all become Indian soon. I don't know. I feel like I could not care less. And the other one is that she has no idea about gaming. That is a bit more concerning, I would say. But I don't know, bro. I feel like in that case, she will just be guided by someone like Matt Booty or someone who is, you know, by the developers or whoever else is below her, you know. People make a big fuss about it. I thought there was going to be like some hot takes in here or something. Okay, let's look at this. Blizzard isn't using generative AI yet. Also, couldn't care less about them using AI really that much. We're not using it, following his talk. That remains to be seen is whether anything will change under Microsoft's new leadership. Earlier this month, executive producer Holding they spoke about Game of Thrones, saying that their new parent company had been very hands-off since the acquisition, and that the team hasn't felt their presence. However, the technology has continued to spread within the industry, and AI spending is higher than ever. Microsoft continues to focus AI infrastructure, though investors have begun to show concern over whether AI spending will actually create sustainable margins, as Microsoft shares fell over 17%. Monka, despite posting record operating margins this year. Much of this uncertainty revolves around their rocky relationship with OpenAI, but while the future is volatile and uncertain, we can be certain AI isn't just going to disappear. Nah, bro, AI is OP, guys. AI is so fucking OP, dude. I love it for coding as well. People will there's like certain coders that are like, no, you don't know what real code is. You can fuck right off. There are things I want to do and AI helps me do it. It's so fucking nice. I love it. Obviously, you can do bad things with it, but like it's the same thing as you can do bad things with a knife, but you can also do good things with it, right? Try eating meat without a knife, bro. It sucks. That's how AI is. This is the one boss race forecast is expansion still con and the race for first. I think it's gonna be just like the soul hunters this tier. You know, they count just like another boss. I don't think it's I mean, Blizzard will have a Hall of Fame for that, but I don't think anybody will care. I hope nobody will care, because we probably won't get War First on that, because it's gonna be like a simpler boss, right? You can do bad things with water. Exactly, like what are we talking about here? AI has some amazing uses, so I hope it keeps on developing and we can use it for good. And yeah, generative AI. Okay, yeah, the whole thing like with copyrights and like using other artists and stuff. I'm not smart enough, guys, to figure out what the laws are and what counts as a copy and what counts as an inspiration. But yeah, that shouldn't be solved by the technology. That should be solved by laws. So Saul, Chaos, Reigns. Do we have a date on when the venue event will start? Not yet. No. Yeah, not yet. But well, yeah, it's fine. I can talk about that probably in like a week and a half or something. I've been using Gemini for a month now, and it does give me wrong info than ChatGPT or Copilot does. Yeah, it definitely needs some fixing. I'm using Grok because I have Twitter already, and sometimes I use Gemini because I type in Google out of habit, and then Gemini will say something, and I'll be like, okay, let's go AI mode. No spoilers yet. Yeah, I don't want to be saying things. Yeah, that's reasons also why, but it's fine. I can't talk about anything. Okay, we skip. Oh wait, actually, no, we did read this fully. Yeah. Okay. AI. Yeah, AI in my opinion is great. If we can fix the bad sides of it, it's gonna be an amazing tool for everyone. Dude, it's so fucking nice. My mom always had me translate like German letters that arrive at her place, because her German is not that good. And my German is also not that good anymore, since I've not been living. I've not been living in Germany. I don't speak German since like 8 years now, and I'm teaching her to use AI for it, and it's so fucking good for translating, man. It's so good. I love that shit. Rushing to hear someone not shitting on AI. Yeah, no, bro. People, I don't know what's wrong with people, man. I think it's the Twitter. I think it's like if you look at Twitter, everything is horrible. But in reality, like this is an amazing thing for my mother, for example. Um, it's great. Just like, of course, it can have wrong info, but like a lot of times, it's just amazing. How long ago did you move out of Germany? Like 8 years, I think. 7, 8 years, something like that. I mean, legally, I think like 6.5 years because I was there a bit longer on paper, but then I moved everything over here when I noticed I'm not going back. uh, you seen the new Midnight Animated video? I did. I think it was good as well. Today, I think I'm the positive Andy scribe, guys. I don't know. Did was that one of the news posts? I liked it quite a bit. In fact, I was just sitting here behind me in the couch, and I have a TV over here, and I just played the Midnight trailer for fun, and it showed up, and I checked it out, and it was like, damn, this is cool. Yeah, sorry guys, pause the stream today. But don't worry, Aspen will surely go live soon, and then we can talk about some good shit. And the vendor purchase for upgrade quests in latest on weekly quest. Yeah, okay, enough positivity, guys. Okay, so I saw this thing and I tweeted about it with a face palm. People think like I'm losing my mind over this or something. Like, I understand this is not a big thing, right? Like, you can get these crests in other ways. You don't have to do housing, and it doesn't take much time even if you did. But it's the principle that I think is just stupid. Like, I also hated pet battles giving you reputation from World Quest, and everybody in our guild was min-maxing pet battles. Like, nobody wants to do that shit. And then they release something like in between patch content, and they don't put anything inside it. Like, and it's actually like combat stuff, like the rifts back in Dragonflight. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just, and then on top of that, okay, also the amount of crests that are in this game, guys. Oh my god, I just don't understand why. Why is this really needed? This amount of crests, like the different types is what I'm saying. Same with the types of difficulty. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all bloated as fuck and just completely unnecessary. I don't think you need more than 2 difficulties. It is just full troll. You don't need more than 2 difficulties. I can assure anything below heroic is just not needed. People think it's needed because you need the gear from there to reach heroic. But if you didn't need the gear from there to reach heroic, you would just go into heroic, and then you would learn heroic. But it will take so much time that you get to heroic. People just do normals, and then they will eventually not have enough time to enter heroic, so they don't do heroic. So they think, well, without normal, I would have nothing to do. No, motherfucker. Without normal, you would enter heroic, and maybe you would clear a few bosses less at the start. But then the time you spend farming gear for heroic, you would just clear heroic instead. But people don't understand this. They can't. It's such a weird concept. Like, they think when normal is gone, it's just gone. Nothing else changes. It's such a weird thing. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Yeah, in general, I just really dislike that they're doing this thing where they're trying to reward RP things with power, especially as a weekly quest, man. Like, what are you talking about? At least make this a one-time thing so people check out the new system if you want that. Is streamer bait? Yeah, it could be true. That could be true, man. So why so many different crests? At least like give only one. Like that, and then the augment rune on top, like as if it wasn't enough. I don't know. Maybe it's also, I mean, it's also still not released, right? Maybe they changed it or something. Maybe it's like a placeholder. But yeah. Like, you see this, I just see this and I'm disappointed, you know? I'm not necessarily even mad. I'm just disappointed. I become sad when I see this. Not because it will hurt me a lot. not because it's necessarily like horrible. It's just shows me like, I don't know, they didn't like, they don't care, or it's like half cooked or whatever the fuck this is. Isn't really a low percentage of the entire WoW players is heroic. I think I remember it being 16% or something. I don't know. But whatever percentage is doing normal should instead be doing heroic. I think there's I even think like you should be able to queue into heroic just like you do for, actually you can't even queue for normal. I just realized. Oh my god. Okay, I take it back. Maybe that's too much. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We first gotta get rid of LFR. Never mind, guys. I forgot. I forgot, man. I'm 2 steps ahead. The world is just not ready for my ideas yet. I'm like Picasso. Wasn't he also celebrated like a few years after his death or something? That they found his paintings. That's gonna be with me. Like 50 years from now, when I die, people are gonna point out, well, Scribe said we should only have 2 difficulties. And that's what we did on TBC, and it was great. Did you actually have 2 difficulties on TBC? For dungeons, you did, I guess. I don't know about raids. I didn't ever raid it there. But yeah, anyways, aside from that, there's nothing interesting here. Attack gone. Crest changes. This is the most impactful change for majority of players. Whatever this was, they realized is ridiculous and went down to 20 flat crests per level. And crafted pieces now require 80 crests as well, or 60. Yeah, crafted pieces were like insane with this system, right? Because you got to keep 70 and 90, 100 crests for the price of 60. Now it's 80 for 80. It's the same amount, so you don't really save any crests. You get to one second, guys, getting a phone call from the mother. So maybe we need to translate something to German again, or to Turkish. One sec. Okay, all good. It was not a translation, guys. We kept it short. Rather 10 mana, 25 mana 2. That was fucking tiresome to farm it clear. Yeah, no, 10 and 25, I don't think is the play. One size is the play. Jimmy, you read this and called Ian immediately? Yeah, sorry, I was chatting quickly with Ian. He needed some letters translated. Yeah, no, I mean, this is obviously a lot better. Like, it's kind of what the current system is. I don't know how much different it is now. I think maybe I guess the crafted pieces are still, is it still 60 right now? I don't think it's 80, right? So, but it's also, actually, I don't know how many crest steps is it. Is it 15 right now or something per upgrade? But I think the crafting might be more expensive now compared to the current WoW. But yeah, I mean, whatever the fuck they were planning midnight, this was ridiculous. You need 90 crests for the last 2 steps every time. That's fucking wild. So yeah, this is much better. At the same time, I think the crest system is still. I was actually shocked when people thought the crest system is good. I don't know, bro. I get it that like it gives you some progression, but guys, you don't need that much progression. There is enough fucking progression in the game. You don't need 6 steps to upgrade an item. You can have like 3 on the heroic and mythic pieces. Anybody else, if you're on a normal item, your problem should not be how can I upgrade this item further. It should be how do I play the game better. Exactly, progress your skill instead of gear. Like either play the game more or look up at a guide or watch a replay of your gameplay, learn from that. What the fuck is upgrading like adventure items, man? Like what are we even thinking? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. But that's all I'm gonna say. Oh wait, what is this? Jesus, now cap at 100 per week. Oh yeah, also 100 per week. So we get 5 upgrades per week per crest category. Crafted gear costs 80. Each gear track now only accepts a single type of crest. I think this was already the case, right? In Midnight, this was already a changed thing. Standard has 6 total tiers. That's good because some of them had 8. And that was weird. Just bring back Warforged and Time Version. I love the RNG of it. Not kidding. Honestly, I would if he had the trade versus Crest versus Titanforge, I would go for Titanforge. That's how much I hate the system. People like who play the game a lot more than me maybe disagree. I can see that. But as an occasional player, I just don't like these things, man. Just I want less currencies. I just want to log in and I want to play. That's it. I don't want to theorize about what crest upgrades I need or whatever. I mean, I guess without Valor Stones, it's already a bit simpler, I must say. But still, for my taste, still too tilt. If they get rid of everything except Heroic and Mythic crests, I'm good. I'm gonna give my thumbs up. Until that date, no. They won't. They won't get me, dude. Where's it end though? It ends with a global release. And no split runs. That's when it ends. But I know we're not there yet. I will keep wanting more things until we reach that. Okay, we go next. Yeah, cut crystals by 50% at midnight. That's great. So this discount was only 33%. Yeah, this is such a depressing thing to look at. I didn't even know how many. I thought it was like maybe 3 or 4. I had no idea there's 5 different crests that you can get. That is crazy, bro. I guess this is aimed at like people who like didn't level ever in this game, don't know how to press a single button. And they should, instead of, in a way, it's like gatekeeping them from harder content, which is kind of nice for like players because they don't get to meet these losers because they're like busy grinding adventure track and don't mess in your M plus dungeons or something, right? But yeah, actually baffling to me that they don't look at this and think this is horrible design. That's honestly crazy. Oh, the discount applies when you get the full when you fully outgrow the crest. I thought this is gonna apply when you just have an item of that type, the 50% reduction. Okay. It's the achievements. All right, never mind. It's not as good as I thought then. Still something, but yeah. That's for Chris. So any changes this year or same as last year? I don't like the difference. I'm losing on the finish line. It's kind of same as the last race, except if Illyria if he can't kill it first week, we essentially are gonna not be able to kill it war first either. So on the EU side, we're gonna have to say, guys, no, the Chimera doesn't matter. That Hall of Fame doesn't matter. Don't look at it. And then like Void Spire, no, don't look at Void Spire. That one doesn't matter. And try to get everyone to look at Lura. And anybody that does, we're gonna be and says that we lost, so we'll say, stop crying, lol. Just play in the US. Yeah. There's something in week 1 that can change the whole outcome. So in week 1, I mean, we can get Void Spire War first in a way. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't think it's gonna change anything. I think what will matter is still Lura in the end. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird because like we might get to even a point where we're like on Tuesday, we prefer to go sleep than kill Alaria. It's really weird with this. So like, do you push to get Alaria War first? I don't know. It's a bit weird. It's not really stupid questions now. All good. Okay. You go next. Okay, this is the thing. Close this one. Okay, Pinterest. Just a quick check. Is anyone in the chat using Pinterest? Like a single person? It's good for creative ideas. Do you use it to search designs? Like what type of designs? If you try to use them, Pinterest will suspend you. Why? Also AI images. Oh yeah, I can see that. What is that even? Like what does Pinterest even do? Find ideas for weeknight dinner. Oh, okay. Well, some things are automatically happening. This is my personalized thing, I think. Oh, maybe it's because I rejected it's not personalized. The concept is just pictures of things. Bro, I think these guys must have really taken the hit when TikTok came out. I cannot see this being in any way better than Shorts. I'm sorry, guys. I know we're supposed to not like TikToks and stuff, but it is just a better form of content. Not meant to be a doom scroll thing. Is it like you just send something like a nice photo or something to some people? Or for collections? Interesting. For ideas. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. But yeah, maybe it gets more women to see World of Warcraft and get into the game. We are lacking those, so that's good. It's a new audience. I don't mind this partnership at all. I think it might be a good idea. Is one of those things that everyone knows but no one uses it? Yeah, I definitely heard of it, but I've never used it. Okay. Back then we also had the. Didn't we have on Garrisons also the bird, the Twitter bird, that let you tweet a photo from your garrison or something? Or was it? Was it? I don't know. I remember Revis had tweeted something like that. Yeah. Okay, I guess it's something like that. Mina early access and worldwide launch schedule. Okay. Yeah, by the way, here I saw this is wait, what is this now? What is this? No. Looking for a picture. Oh, UI pic. Let's see. Sound when available. Interesting. Oh, okay. I was looking for a picture that apparently doesn't exist here. It's from another post. Never mind. I was showing some last post stuff. Here it is. Yeah, you can see this is the only info we have so far from the last post. Not gonna comment at all on it, but since it's public, I'm showing it, guys. Illyria, yeah. What else you saw so far? Who's your favorite? Probably the dragons, I would say. These boys. If the paladins were a bit less repetitive, it could be good as well, but well, in terms of a thing where I also think it will be like somewhat difficult. Otherwise, I think with some small changes, Fallen King Salhadar can be really good. Horatius is horrible. This is the worst boss I've ever seen, honestly. Like actually, okay, not ever. Hellfire Citadel first boss was crazy. Like those RP fights, I don't like. This one is really good as well. The first boss is actually really good. I think it will be a nice Mimi boss. Um, and this one is not that good. The bird is interesting, has potential, but not that good. I think it's also supposed to be. I feel like it won't be that hard intentionally. And then Lura so far has good potential. Yeah, but let's see. Okay, but the schedule wise, yeah, you guys see it was 17th. Of course, it's the US dates, yeah. I didn't actually check the rate finder wings, but I don't think they matter. Okay, sorry, okay, yeah. The the fact that they can write all of this up and don't feel embarrassed is it's just crazy to me, man. If I was Blizzard, I would be embarrassed. Every time I would need to make a post like this, I would go back and say, like, are we really doing all of these still? Are you sure? I'm gonna post it soon. Are you sure you want to release all of these? Story mode, dude. I don't... You go there with bots. The next step is like cinema mode. You just click once and then you do a hands up. I'm waiting for that. All of this is a bit too rough for me, guys. I'm waiting for cinema mode, please. And I would like to get a nice piece of gear for it. Hopeful mode. Story mode better than LFR, to be honest. That's probably true, yeah. I wouldn't mind if they got rid of LFR and put the story mode. But all of these together, man. Crazy. Summer Solo. Yeah, it's solo. Uh, the Void Spire itself, by the way, looks like a boss. Or? Reminds me a little bit of Lura. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, we go next. Midnight data mining reveals possible turbo boost like mechanic. A new system called the Void Forge seems to be unlocked in Midnight Season 1, which provides new ways to collect and upgrade items. Void Forge is located in Voidstar and maintained by Decimos. By turning Decimos, players pick up the quest Building the Void Forge, which requires players to collect elementary Void Core shards from raids, dungeons, and bountiful dells. Okay. The rewards from this quest are transmute elemental void core. There's also a notification that this quest line unlocks the Void which grants new ways to collect and upgrade powerful items in Midnight Season 1. What? New ways to okay. It seems to be 6 quests long. You unlock the Void Forge. Speculation on the Void Forge. While we know the details of the quest chain to unlock the Void Forge, not so much is known about what the Void Forge actually does. Below we speculate on what the Void Forge does based on various data mines. Okay. Yeah. The big unknown question is if the quest chain unlocks right away or will it unlock midway? Yeah. What is Midnight Turbos? Void Forge unlock. Turn in tracker. Has been data mined. Oh, it's the last two. Is data mining, by the way, against the TOS? I'm curious about that. What is there like? What's going on here? Not all of it? Oh, okay. Is it like when you reverse engineer files or some weird shit? Like if it's not encrypted or something, it's fine. Maybe something like that. This was the last tutorial, which was in currencies. Okay. Gain access to awareness. There's valor points from Wrath, or you get currency from bosses and spend it on gear. Craft wanted gear from unwanted gear. Trade 3 unused trinkets for 1 wanted trinket. Okay, these are just full speculation esports now. So it's already in the game client now. Go to Victorious, search for currency types, server IDs, a bit of spoilers. Sorry, Liquid, or you got timed out due to the link, but yeah, I'm aware of Vago tools. Yeah, I know you can look up stuff there. A lot of things are in the game files already, but I don't know what is illegal or against TOS or whatever. You know. I hear you. Redeeming. Wait, what? Okay, we continue. Take the flight to South Sea far. Yeah, just click this because it sounded like something related to the raid. By the way, I learned this story. I was so deep last week into raid prep. Think this, okay? This is gonna be crazy. Everybody, put your seatbelts on. I even looked into the lore of the raids. I'll let you digest that a bit. Okay? I looked into the fucking lore, bro. I know the lore now. I don't know like all of it. Like one of our analysts, Shalfu, was typing up a whole paragraph. I got lost at some point. He was talking about Kill Jada, and I was like, bro, that's way too long ago. But the TLDR is, okay, I'll tell you guys. In this seat of triumvirate or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it, Illyria gets Lura and captures it, okay? And Lura goes like inside Illyria, like his soul or whatever it is. He's a Naru, okay? Now Narus are things, all right? We don't know all of it, guys, okay? The important part is Illyria and Lura are now one. And Illyria is helping us initially going into the Void Spire to like defeat Zalatath. But because she has the Dark Naru, Lura, inside her, and Zalatath controls the Void, she's able to control Illyria. She didn't think this through, basically. So what happens then is we enter the fight. You saw the picture before, like Illyria was in the middle. It's like, I don't know what to do, you know? she's like losing control. Even starting the fight, it says like shooting at foes and friends alike with her spells. I don't know if she will actually target the other ads or whatever, but there are certainly abilities that we need to hit the ads with as well. Like she'll shoot at us and we will like go hide behind an ad or something. It's gonna be like that. But yeah, the goal is we defeat Illyria, and from what I understand, to defeat her, we actually need to kill her. Like there's no like saving her, because she's like fully controlled by the void, and the only way to save her is just killing her. Okay, so we can't be like, oh, we weakened you, come out, void. Yeah, that's what from what I understand. So Illyria should die, the way I understand it, right? And then once she is dead, Lura will come out, and then Xal'atath tells Lura to go march into the Keldanas, yeah, and take over the Sunwell. Story of Sunwell is a bit too long, guys. I don't remember the details. It's like giving Blood Elves resources. At some point, got corrupted and rebuilt from the energy of the boss and Tempest Keep. We don't get into that, okay? Now it's running, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's running, and now Xal'atath pulled out like Lura came out because we killed Illyria now. So now Lura is free, which is kind of shit, right? We could have just not killed Illyria. Maybe that would have been better. I don't know. But now, because now Lura is free, and Lura is also, by the way, just a side note, in case you didn't know, because I didn't, up until I read the books, the Naru, they cycle their life. They go light mode, they go dark mode. And currently, Lura is in the dark mode, which is why he's controllable by Xal'atath, because Xal'atath controls the void, right? So the idea is when we kill Lura, it won't need to die. It will go back to light mode, from what I understand. Okay? But anyways, he's walking now and trying to destroy the Sunwell. In fact, the Sunwell is called the Dark Well while we're fighting Lura, and will like shoot back at us and shit. In the leaked gameplay footages of Lura, you don't see the Dark Well, but it's supposed to be in the middle there. Also supposed to shoot out spells at us and stuff. So yeah, and now we're gonna stop Lura as well. And once we've done that as well, Xal'atath will be like, well, you defeated me. I go away. And then season 2, I'll reappear again. I guess. I don't know. That's as far as I know. I mean, for the rest, we need to kill the raid, guys. I don't know. Yeah. I can't tell you everything. To be continued in the Race to War first. Yeah. I know I left it on a cliffhanger. This is... yeah, I'm a storyteller. What can I do, guys? Yeah. But that's the lore. I feel like people are still trying to diss the lore. Are like, bro, grow up. Diss the lore. I think the story is all right. A little Disney-fied. I don't know. I'm just talking shit now. Yeah. Say with your eyes closed. No, but that's the lore. That's all I got so far. So if there's any secret phase, we need to all sit down and be like, okay, I know how to solve the scribe. You know, you need to summon a different Naru or something. I don't know what it will be. These are just pictures. What did I open? Take the fighters out. See the power void storm. Okay, it's a void storm. It's the new zone. Okay, whatever. Hunter behind. Oh yeah, I just wanted to know the rewards here for this. Prey rewards. Earn a variety of cosmetic rewards to add to your collection. Let's fucking go, including mounts. No way. Such as mana worm themed mounts. That's crazy. And transmog appearances. You'll also be able to earn power rewards up to hero track. Now we're talking, and will also contribute to the Great Vault outdoor activity slot each week. Oh. Yeah. Came for the mounts and transmog, but stayed for the power, guys. Will you be the hunter or the hunted? Damn. Okay, that's it as well. And then the last thing, new reimagined zones. What? It's partnered with Fiamma. What is that? Oh, it's a person. Okay. What's that? Guys, the new zones coming at midnight. Oh, she's like explaining the lore behind the.
I'm here to talk about the open world of Midnight.
Zones.
The new expansion raises the level cap of our characters to 90, and the journey to get there will take us
I thought this was a company, bro.
Through a handful of zones and stories, with the freedom to choose the order.
Now I feel really bad. I said at the start things like who the fuck knows what Fiamma is and stuff. Like I thought this was like an app or like I don't know, they like partner with some random business. Why do they say also has partnered with Fiamma? They could have said like Fiamma made a video for Blizzard. Bro. No, okay. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Okay. She might be really good at what she does. I don't know.
Of our adventures, it can be helpful to know what's in store along the way. So we'll dive into how exactly that works, each of the chapters of our leveling campaign, and what magic you can find if you care to look. Don't worry.
I just out of pity, I can't watch the video. Yeah, okay. It's enough. Yeah, okay. We get it. Cool. Cliff, who, and as many castings for this year. Okay, I don't want to like one by one answer every single like is this person casting this year and stuff, but yes, medic will be casting this year. Yeah, we counsel for bullying. Yeah, it's fine. They can arrest me. Ban my character, bro. I'm done. Damn, that was quick, guys. Now I don't know what to do. I feel like there was another thing I wanted to look at. Worst case, I mean, really worst case, we could log in, but I don't know about that one. Not sure. Oh, we want to watch the animation. True. And the platinum video. Oh, it's just unfortunate. Can't play the game, guys. What can I do? God damn it. There's too much stuff to react to. Okay, platinum video. Actually, Stillsuit had linked this in there. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like we should be at the stage in technology where a browser should be able to tell this is probably going to be too loud. I should like start it at lower and like ask if you want it this loud. You know, like I feel like we're there. I don't know. Like they say AI is here now and stuff, you know? You know how like there's like different types of civilizations when you can like harness the power of a sun? I think we should be at the level where we can decide and see this video is going to be too loud. Let's lower it down. I don't know, bro. YouTube, I think you can do it. You have my full trust. But is this like a lore video or what is this? Let's see. If it's a lore video, I don't know. I can't promise it 20 minutes. It has to be very nicely told, yeah. Actually, it's not loud for you guys, but I have... It's not loud for... What's happening? Why is it not loud for you guys? One sec.
I knew it! This whole time, I knew it was her plan! No one believed me, of course. They called me a conspiratorial madman. Oh no, Magister, don't worry about her. She's just the silly foot character. What nonsense! I mean, how has nobody realized that this is her master plan? How have you guys not realized this is her master plan? I got the exclamation mark above my head, so I know you guys will stick around and I'll explain it to you. Look at it all, it just makes so much sense! I mean, from the very moment I knew of her existence, I knew we were doomed. During Legion, players first interacted with Xal'atath, who's the current big bad in Warcraft lore that's gonna destroy the entire universe. But
I mean, I feel like I explained the lore pretty nicely, but let's see if this guy can keep up with my storytelling, guys. I don't know, we'll see.
When we first met her in Legion, she was imprisoned in the Blade of the Black Empire, and was wielded by Shadow Priest players.
Yes,
I use this weapon.
see us doing great things together. Take hold of my haft and I will aid you. For now.
As the player character's weapon, Xal'atath was able to see our exploits throughout the entire expansion. She took note of how we teleported Dalaran directly into an active war zone and the numerous events that took place after the fact. But most important of all, she learned one undeniable truth, that the player character cannot be stopped. From random bandits to godlike titans, any foe dumb enough to stand in their way will inevitably be defeated, and we have over 20 years of history to prove it. Xal'atath understood this truth better than anyone. Whatever her grand design was, it could not oppose the player. It had to account for them, or better yet, use them. And she did exactly that in the battle for Azeroth because she knows you guys just love doing quests and used you.
Just get us on your side, Xal'atath, dude. I don't know, promise me global release.
To finalize her deal with the old god N'Zoth, freeing herself from the blade of the Black Empire.
We will meet again. I am certain of it.
So, Xal'atath being free is your fault. So do you want to, I don't know, apologize or something? Okay, well, since then, not only do we have to worry about Xal'atath, but we also have to worry about this guy she's allied with. During Dragonflight, a long-imprisoned group of proto-dragons known as the Primal Incarnates were unleashed. These are not your standard evil corrupted dragons. Instead, they just despise the Titans, which they view as cosmic colonizers who descended upon primordial Azeroth and reshaped it to their own design. Which isn't wrong, they did do that, and now the Primal Incarnates want to erase the Titans' influence entirely. While there are multiple Primal Incarnates, the one that we need to worry about is Iridikron, the leader and brains behind the bunch.
Honestly, is that such a bad thing?
Freed from their prisons, they go and obtain an unnamed powerful artifact. Iridikron then works with the evil time-traveling Infinite Dragonflight to travel back in time and drain the remaining primal power from the void-corrupted proto-dragon Galakrond. That energy is then funneled into the artifact, transforming it into what we now know as the Dark Heart. Then he just flat-out says that he'll be waiting till the Titans return to Azeroth to enact his revenge.
And when the Titans come to reclaim their prize, I will be waiting.
Okay, pause. You see that silhouette behind him? That is Xal'atath. So let's lay Iridikron's plan out plainly.
That's crazy.
He hates the Titans. They arrived on Azeroth, imposed order, and declared the world theirs. Iridikron wants revenge. Unlike other villains, though, he isn't surrendering himself to the Void. Instead, he's using it as bait to attract the Titans who think Azeroth is in grave danger, and then he's gonna defeat them. Somehow. Xal'atath and her void corruption are his bait. But do you see what I'm saying? There are levels to this. Before I even explain exactly how screwed we are, just know there is probably an even worse fate waiting for us immediately after in the next expansion. Doesn't that worry you just a little bit? Okay, then let me explain to you why Xal'atath is so dangerous. Now, her story has already been explained to you in-game, practically in reverse, amongst a ton of other lore, drip-fed with little bits of information 6 months at a time and over the span of a decade. So it makes sense why you're so clueless, but bear with me for a moment as I explain what we do know about this entity that is gonna kill us all. Okay, let's see here. Let's start 100,000 years ago on an entirely different planet.
Sorry.
Dimensius is the biggest, baddest Void Lord that consumed every other Void Lord and then started to manifest into our plane of existence and consume everything in sight.
Always thought it was weird that the intermission ads on this, or phase 2 ads on Dimensions were called Void Lords as well. Like, if he consumed all Void Lords, why are there other Void Lords on top? I was so confused about that.
But the thing is, Void Lords like the All-Devouring struggle a lot to actually...
That's what keeps me up at night, guys. You know me? He controls them, but he said he consume. Does he control them or consume them? It's two different things, bro. Because you go into Dimensius in P2. Wait, we're inside Dimensius in P2? Finally, I can sleep, guys. I had no idea. That's crazy. I thought we went into space. That's crazy. Controls are now it all makes sense. And I can finally sleep again. Oh, fuck yeah. This stream was already worth, man.
Manifest into our physical universe. Before being a void entity,
we did actually sit down and discuss this topic, by the way, for the Race of First prep last time. Like, I was saying, like, these are also Void Lords, but it's kind of weird. And then we were like, nobody got it. We needed you there, man.
Altath was a alien baby thing that was consumed by the void. She then became the All-Devouring's harbinger, and easily moved through our reality and found the world of Koresh. The planet Koresh
we got a new player called Karash, by the way, and people keep calling him Karesh. If that does happen, please correct him during the race.
being one of the few in existence that contains a living world soul, which saw its impending doom of being devoured and sent a telepathic cry for help to its denizens. But while Xal'atath inspected Koresh to make sure it was a fitting meal for her master, she discovered that the people of Koresh had these powerful artifacts called the Reshi Ribbons that could be used to absorb an immense amount of power, convert it into arcane energy, and blow up the planet and destroy it. And Xal'atath didn't really like it. So she planned to betray the All-Devouring and conspired with a guy called Locust Walker to use the Reshi Ribbons to blow up the planet, which broke into 1,000,000 pieces.
Okay.
Now, it was supposed to kill the Void Lord, but the people of Koresh messed up and also became beings of pure energy called the Ethereals. Somewhere else in the universe, the old gods were sent by the Void to corrupt Azeroth and its world soul. But, they weren't really successful in doing that, and instead are waging war against each other to claim the planet. But why? Well, this is where I'm going to get a little bit into lore speculation, so bear with me for a moment. During the War Within, it's revealed to us that the Earthen, among other Titan creations, were given free will by being in close proximity to the world soul of Azeroth. Azeroth having the ability to grant living things free will is super duper special in the Warcraft universe. So we can assume that this is the same thing that happened to the old gods. They dug deep into the earth, and Azeroth granted them free will, and then the old gods wanted the planet for themselves, not for their void overlords. After destroying the All-Devouring, Xal'atath was here on Azeroth, and saw the old gods were building something.
So the old gods have even bigger void overlords, or what?
N'Zoth should have known Xal'atath would target Nihilum.
Bro, that's the problem with, like, WoW lore, honestly. I know maybe this is stupid from, like maybe good stories are supposed to be like that, but everything is so fucking connected that if I want to understand Xal'atath, I need to know what happened 100,000 years ago. Dude, I just want to know the lore for the raid. I want it simple. Like, how many fucking people are involved in this? Soon Illidan's gonna come back again. Then we're gonna talk about the Lich King as well. Kill Jaden, Sargeras, Kungin. I don't know, man.
When she learned what he was building, fortunately, our aid will leave him in our debt.
Right now, we don't really know exactly what N'Zoth was building, but Xal'atath tells them to knock it off, and then the old gods work together to imprison her in the Blade of the Black Empire. She then whispers to the weakest of the old gods on Azeroth, who is also N'Zoth, and offered to team up with him to dismantle his siblings.
Consider what greatness could be yours. If your siblings did not stand in your way, the offer stands. You need only reach out and claim it.
Okay.
Eventually, the Titan Keepers show up to Azeroth, imprison all the old gods, and Xal'atath is floating around as a dagger for thousands of years, being wielded by various people and manipulating them in the process. Then in Battle for Azeroth, she tricks the players in helping finalize her deal with N'Zoth, and is freed from the Blade of the Black Empire. And oh yeah, she also possesses the body of a random elf because she needs to be marketably attractive. Okay, now that we know the details of her backstory, we can talk about her plan in the War Within, and how she was manipulating you the entire time to get exactly what she wanted. And the Dark Heart, that artifact thing Iridikron gave her, is a key component to her master plan. Think of the Dark Heart as a super powerful battery that can suck up an unlimited amount of energy. And by using everything Xal'atath
Wait, there's a mechanic like that in the raid as well. Wait, let me think. Oh my god, what is it? Wait, one sec. What is this thing? That's a lot of energy. Ah, goddamn. Might be irrelevant, so as I'm thinking about it. Got it. Okay. Lura P2 Void Course. Okay. I don't think it really mattered in the end, but maybe it would have. I don't know. I thought maybe it was from the Illyria fight, but I forgot Xal'atath is not Illyria. It's fine, guys. Okay. But there are Void Cores on the Lura fight that are able to hold a lot of energy, and you fill them up by shooting Galvanize into them, and then they get sucked by Lura and do damage to us. I mean, to charge up all of them. Otherwise, they explode and we die. Okay. Never mind. I thought it would matter, but I had to go through this in my head.
She was able to turn the Dark Heart into the most dangerous weapon Azeroth has ever seen. At the start of the War Within, Azeroth's World Soul sensed the impending doom of Xal'atath and sent a telepathic cry for help called the Radiant Song to the denizens of the world. Because of Xal'atath's previous experience with Koresh, she knew that Azeroth's Radiant Song would be calling out to the people of Azeroth, and she planned accordingly. And this right here is the most captivating part of Xal'atath's story that is borderline breaking the fourth wall. Because of her experience watching our exploits in Legion, she knows the player's handbook and how expansions go, how we approach each world-threatening event with reckless abandon, and we've done the same thing over and over again for the past 20 years. That is true. Xal'atath knows we'll do it again, and positions herself to constantly be one step ahead of us for almost the entirety of the War Within.
Azeroth showed me a vision of a city in flames in the ancient lands of Kaz Algar.
Archmage Drendon has proposed, and the Council agrees, that we bring the full force of Dalaran to this Kaz Algar.
But wait, that isn't Archmage Drendon. It's Xal'atath in disguise, who not only convinced us to teleport Dalaran to Kaz Algar, but also has the players do a quest where they unknowingly lower the defenses of Dalaran. Once again, Xal'atath anticipated all of this stuff to happen because of her previous experience with you in the Legion. Teleporting a giant, magically floating city into an isolated war zone is one of your foolish specialties, after all. And as you know, she blew it up.
I had no idea.
But before that, she allied with the Nerubians to take a whole bunch of hostages from Dalaran, because she knows that you murder hobos would retaliate by traveling to their kingdom and just slaughter a whole bunch of bugs. How does that help her? Well, let me explain. Okay, so before the War Within, Xal'atath approached the fading kingdom of Aj-Kahet with a tempting promise, a return to the glory it once knew. By harnessing the power of the Black Blood, which is old god blood embedded deep within the earth, the Nerubians could ascend into terrifying new forms, empowering their kingdom and standing ready to oppose the player characters who threatened it. To ensure this war, she had the Nerubians take hostages from Dalaran. We can even talk to Arathi NPCs who say that this behavior is very strange for the Nerubians. But Xal'atath knew that taking hostages would help provoke a war that the Nerubians could never win. You are the player characters, after all. Nothing has stopped you before, so why would a bunch of bugs stop you now?
You were a means to an end. Your survival wasn't necessary. I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
But there is a crucial detail to Xal'atath's plan that you need to understand. Void magic is fueled by violence. And what force on Azeroth creates more violence than player characters?
Yeah.
By placing a void-infused kingdom directly in our path, Xal'atath has ensured bloodshed was inevitable. To her, the Nerubians were never really allies. They were just vessels, these void-soaked blood bags sent to march into the neighboring land of Hallowfall to be slaughtered, and then their corrupted blood will splatter across the zone, seeding Xal'atath's influence with every death. Meanwhile, during all of this expansion, she is constantly taunting Illyria Windrunner, a character with a dark Naru inside of her, which is akin to having a...
I did say that, boys. Yeah. Could have just listened to me instead of watching this for 40 minutes.
Nuke fused into her soul, which she's constantly having to temper. Without giving away too many spoilers, breaking Illyria and having that pent-up void energy lash out within her is certainly a part of her plan. But with our help in enacting Nerubian slaughter...
Yeah, sorry, I gave the spoilers as well, by the way. That's my bad. I went a bit too far. Yeah.
Xal'atath is finally able to move into Hallowfall herself, where she drains the power of Beledar. Beledar is a calcified fragment of Azeroth's world soul. But really, it's just another vast reservoir of power for Xal'atath to draw into the Dark Heart. But then...
This changes nothing!
Okay, well, the Dark Heart being damaged definitely was not a part of her plan, but I think that's what makes Xal'atath even more dangerous.
I had no idea about that cinematic even.
Every plan she has goes her way, but as you guys will soon see, by the end of the expansion, she's able to come out on top and become even more powerful than previously intended. So what I'm saying is, you're still screwed. Let me explain why. Xal'atath then has goblins help repair the Dark Heart. Then it's stolen by an ethereal cult called the Shadow Guard. These ethereals were working for Xal'atath, but the Shadow Guard King returns and orders them to take the Dark Heart back to Koresh to revive them. Now, we've ran into a bit of a problem. Xal'atath alone cannot defeat them if he is revived. We alone cannot defeat him if he is revived. And if he is revived,
this Dimensius thing was really not necessary.
Consume the entire universe. So in order to stop the Warcraft universe from being no more, we are forced to ally with Xal'atath, knowing full well that she's going to betray us by the end of our partnership, but we're really in no position to refuse her aid.
You broke my dark heart, Illyria. Without it, I cannot prevent his return. At least, not on my own.
With Xal'atath's help, we venture into the last raid of the War Within, Manaforge Omega, where the Shadow Guard Ethereals are using the Dark Heart to revive them. During the fight with the All-Devouring, we dive into the Dark Heart to defeat him so he can't re-emerge. And this phase of the fight is one of the craziest spectacles of a boss fight Blizzard has ever created. Dimensius is literally the size of a city. We're dodging giant rocks and laser beams and flying under his armpit. It's
What do you guys think of phases like this? Do you think this is nice, or do you think it's like boring because it's not combat? I'm gonna share my opinion a bit later. I want some chat to say.
Crazy! By the end of the fight, we banish Dimensius into the Dark Heart, and Xalatath straight up just lies to us.
Majority thinks it's nice, except for Fallen Arch, who thinks this was dog shit. That's crazy. It's not even like bad. It's dog shit. Eternal was cooler. Eternal was, I guess, a bit shorter, perhaps. But yeah, in general, I do like it personally. I also like the P2 mechanic where you have to look at the boss to see where he's throwing the rock. On Heroic only, on Mythic for whatever reason it's fixed. I guess they didn't want RNG included. Would have been nice to have a reason to look at him for something else, maybe. But yeah. I find it funny that people can't dodge easily shit like rocks. I think it's also fine to have like a little break in the fight. Some people don't like that, but I think it's cool. It's immersive, yeah. Good. I like that you guys like it. Would have been sad if you didn't. Also about 200 community raids and also progressive mythic, and I still like it. My god. 200 community raids. Damn. That all did mythic. Oh no, it's heroic dimensions, I guess. You can see it as well. Okay, of course.
And says, hey, you gotta leave now.
I saw somebody, I think, pugged Mythic Dimensions. I saw there was a YouTube shorts of someone doing it. That's pretty impressive. They had 22 wipes, I think.
This place is about to collapse, and I'm just gonna sacrifice myself. So we exit the Dark Heart.
Wait, let's see. What happened?
By the end of the fight, we banish Dimensius into the Dark Heart. And Xalatath straight up just lies to us and says, hey, you gotta leave now. This place is about to collapse, and I'm just gonna sacrifice myself. So we exit the Dark Heart, she follows us, and she kills Locust Walker, and then leaves.
We stopped, but now his power is
That's
Xalatath's.
crazy.
Locust Walker should have listened to me. But what would it have mattered? It had to be stopped. But in the end, the one who profited most was Xalatath. And now we must stop her. More powerful, and without my mentor, our ally, who understood her best.
Okay, so let's break this all down.
What does Xalatath even want? Like, we don't even understand it to this point yet. What does she want? Let's just give it to her. Maybe that's a simple way. Like, just let's negotiate and find a middle ground. Just give her what she wants.
By the end of the expansion, Xalatath's Dark Heart is filled with the essence of Galacroft.
Azeroth's power.
Dalaran,
Okay, just get it then. It's all good.
and maybe a little bit of Belladar, the Black Blood, and every other Void Lord in existence. These are immortal beings that live outside of the borders of our reality, that have existed in the universe since the very beginning, and have endlessly consumed an untold amount of power. Now Xalatath has all of them in the Dark Heart. She then uses all the power in the Dark Heart to summon a massive void storm over the Sunwell. And every paladin, every priest, every flicker of light on Azeroth is needed to consolidate into one singular place to push back the storm from destroying the Sunwell. Which, yeah, that's all horrifying, and we're all probably gonna die, thanks to your incompetence, but there's another layer to Xalatath's plan that I feel like nobody's really talking about. In the cinematic for Midnight, Liadrin summons an army of paladins to push back all the Void bad guys, blah 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 blah, whatever.
Yeah.
After this happens, Xalatath just smiles and disappears. Literally disappears. So it begs the question, is this whole Void Storm thing just another distraction? Is Xalatath one step ahead of us?
I did notice that smile actually. When you remember I said I rewatched the cinematic like a few days ago on the couch behind me. I did notice that smile. I thought that was kind of weird. Like it was like it suddenly turned into like this like fake movie trailer type of thing. Where like everyone's just smiling and fighting as if it's like some kids anime type of thing. I don't know, it was like a weird moment. But now the smile makes more sense that if that was part of her plan, she was like, yep, it's done. Sounds good, yeah. Just watch Scribe Season 2, all of Azeroth will be dark, like 24/7 night. Oh, that would be sick.
Again, and left to go execute her real goal, With all of Azeroth's light focused on the Voidstorm, can she just do whatever she wants with the world soul of Azeroth, since we're so distracted? Or does she have other plans? How the don't we know her plan after a decade of this character even existing, Blizzard? Also, remember, if we even stop Xal'atath or whatever, her partner Iridikron is still in the background with his own master plan he's waiting to execute. Don't you get it now? You are screwed. I am screwed. We are screwed. And I knew we've been screwed this whole time. And now my grand theory of our demise has been made manifest. Oh, by the light. Oh, it's getting worse. Here, I got a new quest for you. I'll give you 4 gold, 2 silver, and some linen cloth I found in my pocket to go save the world. Now go, shoot, go do your quest. Okay, good luck saving the world. Salama, Shama, Damalamadore.
That's it, dude. There we go. Now I got the full lore. Steer. I don't know. On the 17th, we get US Heroic out. Then on the 18th, EU, and then a week after, it's Mythic time. Okay. I watched Frank's UI reaction video. No, what is that? I want to do some stuff on UIs, but no. He rates UIs. It's a good one. Oh, that's crazy. I was saying that I was thinking of doing that myself, and Frank made a video on that. That's so weird. Why didn't he tell Max to make a video? I even mentioned it a couple days ago. Or? No, okay, not days. Okay. No, like 3 weeks ago? I don't know. Wrong UI. Oh, he actually went and tried them. Okay, this is some work put in there to that. 19-minute video. Oh, that's an investment. I stole this idea completely from Team Liquid Maximum. He couldn't do it because he was sick. That is funny. That is funny. I guess it's like a normal thing to think as a raid leader, maybe.
People for that code that, you know, you wrote. Oh, wow. Blizzard are really removing add-ons this time. Let's see what a huge difference it makes. Huh.
Yeah.
I launched Twitter.com the other day, you know, to doom scroll and get depressed. But instead of depression, I came away with something much, much worse. A bunch of information about World of Warcraft drama. Turns out, if you write code, it's yours. If someone then takes that code and claims it's theirs, and that they made it, and they now charge people for that code that, you know, you wrote, that's bad. So after watching a 30-year-old man get cyberbullied off the internet over the refusal to apologize for plagiarizing, I was sparked with curiosity. I know a lot of content creators will paywall their...
Did you know that Frank made our first announcement trailer as Echo, by the way, guys? He and another guy made it together, but mainly it was Frank, I think. Fun fact.
Specific UIs. Some of them will even give it away for free because they hate money. And while I'm not really interested in discussing the ethics of charging people money for UI customizations made on add-ons that are developed by other people that actually do the hard work, I am wildly interested in something else. Which UI is the best one? Being the absolute beacon of journalistic integrity that I am, I figured, hey, I should totally rank these, so you know what UI you should get going into this next super epic WoW expansion that won't have any add-ons. kind of. Or maybe it'll have...
This trailer, by the way, also, just a quick note because we watched the lore video as well. I think it was going really good up until that last moment. I think it like built up. Like I think it could have been an insane trailer. But then they just, after all that build up, the paladins come and then it's just like they just fight. Okay. Nothing interesting happened. It was so weird. But there were some cool moments where like this lady here is praying to the Sunwell and stuff and getting all desperate, and then the paladins come. But yeah, it's a bit stupid, the ending. Yeah, like some dead Warcraft hero instead of some random paladins would have been nice. Ooh, that would have been sick. Yeah, that would have been insane, dude. But I don't know how much that makes sense lore-wise. Like someone like Uther coming out or something. That'd be sick, yeah. You saw that now UI had a password element to his in-game add-on profiles installed on the add-on dev Discord. That became quite a drama. Jesus, the audacity to do that. Yeah, I mean, guys, listen, like, I'm not fond of now. I literally haven't blocked on Twitter, but at the same time, I don't blame him for this. Like, it's Blizzard's problem. They need to fix it. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the UI selling or add-on selling. Blizzard should just fix their shit. Obviously, stealing code and then selling it is a bit problematic, but that's like literally against the law. I don't need to say anything about that, you know? But yeah. Other than that, Blizzard just needs to fix their shit.
More add-ons? It's really confusing. But what's the best way to break down something so incredibly subjective and nuanced as a user interface? A tier list, of course. What a great way to use my platform. I scoured the internet looking for all of the most popular UIs, and I came up with a list of the following. I will rank these all based on aesthetic, practicality, how easy it is to install for a guy as illiterate as...
Oh, bro, I think Gingy UI was really bad. I think it's gonna rank really low.
As myself. And of course, the price. And what better way to test these than in the Valentine's dungeon, like 5-second boss encounter with no real danger. Starting off with... Now, before I can speak on Atrocity UI, I must disclose the fact that I am a close personal friend of the man who makes it. With that said, of course, would never let my personal bias slip into my work or affect my judgment at all, as that would go against my morals and it would be highly unethical to S tier. Jokes aside, this is my favorite UI. This is also the UI I've played with for the past 8 years, so I'm gonna be biased.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a bit biased, maybe, yeah.
Aesthetically, I've always found it really pretty, and I've made very minimal changes to it.
I hate this UI, by the way, like this whole dark thing. Yes, aesthetically it does look good, but I think it performs horribly. My brain just cannot deal with, like, this is just such a horrible way to show HP, I think. And also, like, this part is transparent and this one is like, this grainness is what tilts me. I don't know. Is it called a normal version? Yeah, I'm sure he does. No, I'm not flaming Atrocity. I'm just flaming the blackness. People like the person that I think the people like the way this started was LVUI, right? And I know like Jimmy was doing this with his UI back in the days, Fragments, and I always hated it.
It's a very DPS focused UI, but the few times I've healed M+, the UI has never really been an issue. It's always been the man behind the monitor. Now, the potential downsides are, unless you're close personal friends with Atrocity, this UI will set you back about $5 a month. I'm also not personally the biggest fan of the current dot tracker situation we got going on. It used to be these little bars, but now it's on the icon, and I don't like that. Ugh. Overall, this UI is as good as it gets for me, and therefore, it gets the S tier. Next one. The Ying to Atrocity UI's Ying. The Burger King to Atrocity's McDonald's. This UI is incredibly good and very polished. However, with that said, I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic. The icons are, for some reason, significantly wider than they are.
Yeah, I don't know why people do this either. I don't like this.
Tall, and that kind of gives me the ick. Also, I'm not a big fan of how the uniframes are separated to make space for the names. With that said, though, it's different strokes for different folks.
I don't like the thing is either the name placement on. I don't think Now's UI was like this. I don't know why they changed
This
it.
UI is still incredibly good, but it'll set you back about $5. 18. This is the first free UI of the video. This UI was kind of a pain in the ass to set up. Wago being super wonky and me being super stupid, I had to go through a few different versions before I ended up with this. And here I feel like we're close to the right thing, but the cooldown manager is clearly too big. So after joining his Discord...
Yeah, this is a problem when people make free stuff, it's not good enough, yeah. It's a classic like capitalism world, guys, yeah. If you want the good stuff, you gotta pay.
Discord and scouring through the support channel, I figured out that the problem is Lucky UI, unlike both Atrocity UI and Now UI, doesn't auto scale. At its native size, it only supports 8 abilities on the top row. So you either have to change the size or remove a few abilities from the priority list. After a few attempts, I finally had it running, and honestly, like, this UI is really nice, especially considering it's free. In my opinion, though, I feel like the nameplates left a little bit to be desired, and the dots were a little hard to track. But if you're in the market for a free UI, this is not a bad place to be, as long as you're willing to put in, you know, a little extra legwork. 8 tier.
Oh.
This UI is kind of the...
Wait, he's holding the L in his hands. This is already starting good.
This UI is kind of the definition of all function, no aesthetic. This is a UI that does not care about what it looks like, but it gets the job done.
Why are the rate frames like this? That can't be. He just like didn't do anything yet.
The installation was super easy.
That's the thing. I think the patch came out. Gigi had no UI ready yet, and I think he was already advertising it. Not aiming task orders. Oh, I don't know. I think Gigi did send like the half-cooked stuff already. No, I saw you, bro. You had some like super scuffed shit when patch came, Gingy, and it was like I saw in your chat command people exclamation mark UIing. I mean, I guess it could have been a leftover command from like before as well. I don't know. I didn't check the exact message.
This is the first UI of the video not to involve any LVUI whatsoever. I honestly don't really have a lot to say about this. It kind of gives off like a PvP UI vibe, and if you're only in it for the function of a UI, this could be the one for you. This will, however, set you back about $5. B tier.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna go way more ham on Gingy.
If you like Atrocity UI, you're gonna like Frag UI.
Maybe he was holding back because he doesn't want to start that drama with Echo.
The big difference here is that Frag UI isn't based on LVUI.
I'm honest, I can say things about Gingy.
Which might help improve your FPS. I'm not really sure. That's kind of out of my pay grade. The installation process is slightly tedious as you have to join the Discord and download Frag UI separately. You will also have to import the cooldown manager profiles for whatever class you're playing. Once that's done though, you're left with this. This is a pretty nice UI. The nameplates leave a little to be desired with no clear indication of when your target enters execute range. But I think that's just a...
How do people track their dots here? Like, how's Frag UI? Oh my god, it's tracking it like this? Cannot be serious. There's no way, bro. Nameplate on the buff tracker. It's really bad right now. Oh shit. I know the buff tracker is really bad because when you swap targets, it doesn't instantly swap or something, right? But yeah, but you can do things to make this look better, yeah? It doesn't, you don't have to have this yellow whatever this is.
About like my only criticism of the UI. Oh, also it's $5. S tier. Alright, it's time for our first role-specific UI. This one's for the healers. It's probably important to note that I'm not a healer. I've healed my way to a few Keystone Masters in my time, but if anyone ever tried to make me heal in a raid, I would not have a good time. Growl is a very old man, and the UI really gives this away. It's fucking huge. The installation is super smooth. There's no external add-ons to download. The functionality is once again like completely here, especially if you're hard of seeing. Like you can do this shit no glasses.
1985 is crazy.
The aesthetics, however, are a little funky. Something about this UI just kind of felt off to me, so I decided to investigate. And I uncovered something incredibly disturbing.
Oh shit, Frank in the chat.
There seems to be no logic.
Frank, be honest. Did you give Gingy an extra point just because you didn't want to start drama?
To these borders whatsoever. Some places it's 4 pixels. Some places it's 5 pixels. Some places it's 6 pixels. If you want to be really upset, right here, these icons.
I'll go with 2 extra points.
41 pixels.
Didn't
the one right
that.
above, 40 by 40.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst part. I know I said that there was no logic to the borders, but I was lying.
I said it,
all
guys.
Throughout, there's one consistent thing. The border that's the furthest out is 4 pixels wide. Top row, middle row, bottom row, even the little trinket out there, 4 pixels wide. So why is this one 3? C tier. Also, this UI will set you back $5.
Rib. Ooh, this is also a free one.
Unique UI by streamer and man that looks like he could either kill me or give.
I looked into Luxos as well. I wanted to see the UI, and I did also get scared by his face as a first thing. But secondly, I did not think the UI looked as nice. I don't know if it was good. I don't remember.
Me the best hug ever.
Let's see.
Luxos. Luxos UI is a very simplistic UI built off default WoW. It's the classic uniframe bar uniframe setup. Instead of the more weak aura-esque cooldown manager, though, we're hit with what feels more like an action bar here. Your keylines are displayed on these buttons, and they register keystrokes. So if you press like Mind Blast, you know, it looks like you're pressing it. You also have a default cast bar and default action bars. And interestingly enough, no damage meter by default. So you gotta install that on the side if you want. Hello, Editor Frank here. It does seem like Luxos is using the default in-game DPS meter that I have not quite figured out yet. So you don't actually have to download on the side. It's in the video game now, apparently. Okay, bye. Functionality-wise, though, this is a good UI. You know, there's a few hiccups, but aesthetically, I'm really not the biggest fan. Specifically, though, my concern is that the nameplates have like a completely
The weird thing is, like, if you want to keep the old school WoW vibes, like, you could argue, let's go for like the classic stuff. But I think this style isn't giving you that like nostalgia either anymore. Like, this is trying to be modern and is bad at it, and it's trying to be WoW themed, but it's also bad at it. Like, it's just bad at everything. I don't know, like the modern unit frames or whatever is, I think, look super shit, like aesthetically. Wow. Holy. Okay. I swear, bro, I'm gonna die from a sneeze.
Blacked out background, and they're like a pretty big size. So if you pull a lot of mobs, I feel like you could really lose out on a lot of screen space. But you know, that's just me. Where things get real tricky with this UI is the installation. Because if you open Wago, you see the banner that tells you that, you know, this UI is locked behind a subscription.
Oh.
This in my world means. However, after you've subscribed as Twitch and downloaded the UI, you'll realize that you're missing some add-ons. And since there's not a chance you read the instruction manual before you started installing the UI, you head back to the Wago page.
This is free.
And here you realize that you have to head to his website to figure out what add-ons you're missing. And once you're on his website, you'll realize that Luxos is actually a really great guy, and he gives this UI out for free. Then you catch a glimpse of your own reflection in your monitor and realize that you've basically just paid Jeff Bezos $3 for something you could have gotten completely for free. B tier. This UI should be right up my alley, as it's made by a Shadow Priest. Upon downloading, I realized, however, that this UI was made by a deeply unserious person. The action bars had flowers on them. I had a cortisol spike so severe that I nearly went to Cope Max on XP everything app. This was, of course, before I realized that this would shatter my public perception as a Sigma Jester Maxer. my war game has been taken over by woke. Despite my seething rage,
Disneyfying the game like this is crazy, bro. Now imagine how I feel. I spent $5 on free UI. That is crazy, yeah.
the download process was super simple. The UI also came with an easy-to-use menu with different customizations. I, of course, used none of them, playing with the UI the way God intended. Oh, also, I had to download nameplates again, but that's easy at this point. The UI...
I'm surprised the UI people... I mean, I guess now they did. That they don't sponsor things at this point. Like, because there's so many UIs out there, like, nobody got the time to test everything. Like... But if they went and advertised their UI, people will think that is the best UI, and then they can sell more. But now did that with the method event, right? Now sponsored methods event. That was crazy. This is turning more and more into a business. I love it. I wonder when Blizzard will step in. UIs already got intense.
It's kind of like the opposite of Growl's UI in the sense that it's really tiny, especially your own unit frame. Overall, this is a good UI though. You know,
yeah, that's
outside
way too
of the woke
small.
stuff. This UI will cost you $5.
This is classic DPS priority, bro. Your own health, fucking invisible, but your void bar, whatever this is called, massive, yeah, triple the size. Let's go.
A tier.
A tier.
$5. A tier.
Maybe the setup was easy.
This UI is only for monks. I don't have one of those.
Doctoria is huge in German, like German streams, right? He does it in German, I think.
I tried to install this UI for about 25 minutes, but I couldn't get the cooldown manager to work, so I clicked the tutorial
We had to
video
learn German first.
that was privated. So I tried to go to the Discord that had an invalid link.
No way. That's crazy.
Here we've got like a little bit of a unique UI. Like the vibes are not really like any of the other UIs before. Like of course it's the same thing, uniframe, castbar uniframe, but it just feels kind of different. As with Therian as a hunter creator, and despite this, he's managed to make a pretty good Shadow Priest UI. I had some issues.
Wait, how is he
and
tracking
despite
dots? Let's
this,
see.
He's managed.
Oh, he's not. Wait, what? Dude, what the fuck, guys? I swear, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, my Stream Deck is playing games on me recently. It keeps doing this. It did it last time as well. It goes full camera mode and plays an ad at the same time. Like, I have two buttons far away from each other. My hands are up here because I did not play the ad, okay? If you're seeing an ad right now, it's not me. What the fuck? I'm going back, I guess.
Make a pretty good.
Wait, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, looking for the dots. Ooh, numbers overlapping. What is going on here? I don't know what this is. But yeah, you cannot see his dots except for on nameplates, I guess. Is that the play right now or what? That's crazy. I guess so, maybe.
Shadow Priest UI. I had some issues during setup, like how the utility bar seemed to appear in the middle of my other bar. But the workaround was super simple. I just didn't track my utilities at all. I was also slightly annoyed at the overlap of buffs on my cast bar, and I tried to fix that a few times. But
playing with that big fix is crazy though.
Yeah. The nameplates are really nice though. The texture is super nice, and the group unit frames are not as nice. But overall, this UI is surprisingly nice. It will set you back about $5 unless you download it before the expansion launch, where he's made it free for testing, which is cool. A tier. Kush UI, surprisingly, and to my disappointment, is not an MLG themed Snoop Dogg-esque UI.
Fuck! Fuck this shit!
the UI is instead something of a mix between Atrocity UI and Now UI. The installation process was slightly tedious though. You had to do some LVUI anchor workaround to make sure things lined up properly, but at least Kush was, you know, generous enough to link to his actual Discord, which was nice. The UI is overall pretty nice. I'm not the biggest fan of the nameplate.
Oh, you see the name of the mob. That's not a good look, Kush. Caught. Illegal move, guys. The thing also with these UIs, by the way, like, it's not what you see on first look, but it's what you see on the, like, the details of the rate frame tracking, for example. Because there's a lot of things you can do there. Even when I say a lot, you're very limited, but still you can, like, you won't notice it until you play if somebody fucked up massively or not. 12% on nameplate below the cast bar. What? Health percent on nameplate? Oh, yeah, that's Aye. That's not a good look either.
And there were a few overlaps on both the cooldown manager and the uniframes that felt like a little clunky. The UI will set you back about $5. B tier.
Yeah, dude, I swear this midnight thing, like, all the UI sellers are just going crazy. They just want to, like, immediately get something out there because they don't want to get left behind, you know? Get people locked into your UI. Ooh, I'm fired up coming up next.
I'm fired up. Known for great mage gameplay, immense charisma, and creative UI tweaking for a clever use of game mechanics. The installation process of his UI is a bit of a pain. For whatever reason, a lot of the add-ons aren't available through WAGO, and you have to download them externally. This includes a few very dodgy Google Drive links and a very nice explainer video. I got a little lazy here and skipped a few of the optional steps. I promise I won't dock any points for the minimap though. The nameplates are really nice, and the dot tracker is a nice addition.
I also hate that people use fonts here that are like bouncing around. I don't know. I really dislike this. There has to be a font that is like equal size per letter and does not bounce.
2. The middle cooldown section feels kind of weirdly off center.
Oh my.
But that could be a user error. Uniframes are pretty nice too. I did notice something egregious with this UI though. When you cast a spell, you manage to create a thick black border right here. And that's because for whatever reason, the bottom and the top of the icons are 2 pixels tall. And when you line up the 1 pixel from the cast bar with the 2 pixels from the bottom of the icon, you get a 3 pixel wide border.
No
Unacceptable.
way.
Especially
yeah,
since this UI
exactly.
costs $5. B tier. Here we have the first UI that kind of really breaks the mold. We got a mini-map in the bottom right, and we got buffs in the top left. Big changes, I know.
This is going crazy.
The UI
now.
installation was super easy, but I'm super stupid and didn't realize that it was installed with LVUI wind tools, which I'm pretty sure wasn't needed. The main spell cluster is nice, and your uniframes seem to auto-move with them, but we got different border sizes on the resource bar. This UI is free though, so you get a pass on that, Mr. Thing. I'm also not a big fan of the map and buff location though. I like my map in top right and my buffs next to it. B tier.
I guess why, right? Why do you do this? Is there like any logic to it actually? I don't know. Do you see like more on the top right side instead of the bottom right or something? He's a League player. Oh my god, okay. Never mind.
I've never heard of Hijack before, but his UI is pretty highly downloaded. It consists of a few add-ons, but it's built off LVUI. Multiple times throughout his WAGO page, he seemed to credit people for their work instead of just taking it and claiming it was his. He is also charging a grand total of $0 for this UI, so not only does he hate stealing, he also hates making money. Hijack himself mentions that he tweaks
Maybe that's why he doesn't like to steal.
Other people's assets to his needs, so I did the same. Very poorly though, but the UI itself is pretty nice. Some minor things I dislike, You know, like how there's white text on white class background. B tier. Kira's UI is described as the war within Kira UI for tanks and keys. I am neither a tank nor a key, but thankfully, just further down the page, I am informed that it has weak auras for all 39 specs. Weak auras, of course, don't really seem to be working at the moment though, so all good. I made do with what was available, and the setup was like pretty dodgy. It had me fetching weird strings from websites that kind of look like the websites that I downloaded my first virus off back in the day.
Crazy,
when I tried to install my first Minecraft texture pack. I also downloaded some highly contraband material from a thief. After trying to set it up for a while, I ended up with this. He had no codes for the cooldown manager for Priest, so I kind of just made do with what I had. I wasn't really a fan of the nameplates, but honestly, the uniforms are kind of clean. And I can't tell if that's because they're, you know, a little forbidden. If you guys missed the lore on these uniforms, they were made with a little bit of thievery mixed with a little bit of vibe coding.
Oh.
And the guy who made them has since quit, so you can't get them anymore. That's why I had to get them through, you know, the dodgy link. This UI will set you back about $5 though, and it very clearly wasn't made for Shadow Priest. It lacked a lot of assets, and really was a hassle to set up. C tier. We've got another healer UI, and the installation process is terrible.
Yeah. Bro, is this a healer thing?
To get this thing working, but this.
I don't know, why do healers do this? Is there like some science behind this? Like this flat gradient bar theming or whatever it's called?
This was the best I could get. So, you know, take my rating with a grain of salt.
Also, the absolute number on the health. This is such a Ryzen move, bro. I don't know what it is with people. Ryzen shows everybody's HP deficit as a full number without formatting on his rate frames. And I do not understand it, guys. It's just like a large number. And the longer we go without like the numbers being squished, the bigger the numbers become. I don't know why.
I'm not a big fan of the textures or the placement of a lot of things.
It's built diff. Yeah, I guess he just like calculates it. Like, yeah, that's 1.6 million, or not 1.6, sorry. 1,653,000. Wait, no, 53,000. I can't even say the number. I'm like, my brain is trying to abbreviate. That's crazy. I couldn't say a big number because I'm so used to just abbreviating it in WoW. That's crazy, bro. And like he calculates if someone's going to survive with 5 HP or not is what I'm trying to say. But damn, that's wild.
We've got chat middle left.
That'll drive me crazy.
The buffs and debuffs top left and map bottom right, which is an odd setup for a guy like me. Even with my bug setup in mind, the price of this UI is C tier. I don't think this UI works unless you're a paladin. At least I couldn't get it to work. And it costs $5. So I paid for this UI along with every other UI. But for some reason, Wago refused to let me through to this specific UI. So I DM'd Dorky, who told me to this cost $5. F tier.
That's crazy.
In conclusion, you can purchase a lot of UIs, and honestly, most of them are great. You can even get some pretty good free ones too. Also, I probably messed up at least a few of these installs myself without noticing, so maybe don't take the ratings too seriously, especially considering that they're rated based off a like 20-second encounter in a dungeon. With that said, at the end of the day,
I bet Jack's UI has some really interesting, like, fine details, you know, that you would notice if you play a priest and you're about to ramp and a hard mechanic is coming and somebody is about to die. But obviously, we never get to see that. So, but did he get D tier or something?
Something as personal as a UI is completely subjective. So, you know, just get whichever one you like the most. That's right. This entire video is pointless.
Nice, dude. Yeah, got us good.
About $75 on this video. and I will without a doubt forget to cancel most of these subscriptions. So
Oh
it's probably
no.
gonna cost me at least $150. So if you enjoyed the video, maybe like drop it in your family group chat. Make sure grandma watches.
Why this angle though?
I know grandma doesn't have ad block. Make her watch it a few times maybe. Thank you.
You can give you a UI subscriber, you can pay us to use it. Dude, if I was selling a UI, I would get top streamers to use my UI and pay them for it and put a chatbot in there and tell them to put it as a pinned comment or pinned chat message. That's the play, I'm telling you. The best UI. This is what I'm playing with Scribe UI because I think it's just the best. And like, you get that in everyone's hands. And it's GG's, you know? Give them a small, just like sponsor them for like 3 months, and then people will be locked into the UI anyways, and then they won't want to swap. Pay me enough money, I'll put you in a high tier for next video. Yeah, I'll consider it. The UI is, I'm working on it right now. That's why I wasn't able to stream yesterday. Once I have it ready, I'll be reaching out to Frank first, guys. No one would buy my UI. That's unnecessary. But you would buy the UI that Gingy plays on. Got you. Got you, dude. And then I'll make every Echo player just play it. Paying them for a reason, guys. Echo UI. Let's fucking go, dude. Okay. That's good. Yeah, good job, Frank. I actually got surprised to Frank. I didn't know that. Although he releases like a video every 3 years or something, right? That's actually crazy. Is that correct? Oh no, okay. Okay, we are like lucky. It was an anomaly, this video. The next video is in 2 years though. I'm still waiting on Grim UI. Should it arrive soon? Yeah, for sure. As I Echo UI and force every Echo using it. Yeah. And sell it for like $10. Go for the big money, dude. Sponsored by AMD. Okay. I did the UI video. There was something else. Or was there actually? Wait. Oh yeah, the cinematic thing that WoW was doing. It's gonna be probably my final act. Maybe. Or maybe we log in. This thing here. I did watch this on the TV, but we're gonna watch it again because I like it. And we're gonna talk about why they should do more of these things. Do you have any rules for the race regarding UI, or do you let people do what the fuck they want? I mean, they have to use the things that we give them sometimes. Although nowadays, actually, it's a bit weird. Like back until midnight, you had to have certain add-ons and certain VCARs, like 100% necessary. Because if you didn't use them, the algorithm wouldn't work. It requires communication from your side. Let's say you would tell the thing, I don't know, that you gotta. Actually, in what case was that needed? Wait, let me think now. I guess technically everything could have been. Oh, what was the case? I don't remember, but there was some cases where you needed to have it so that other people's VCARs would even work. Because if you don't have it, like it won't even work for others. And now though, you don't need that actually. So it's all technically about preference. So if you didn't like a, I don't know, sound when something happens, you don't want to use the bigwigs with like, I don't know, spell renames or something like that. You can just go play with whatever you want to play and you wouldn't affect other people's gameplay. But if you do fail, and you will, because your UI will suck, we would be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you like not using technology? Are you stupid? First of all, like default UI and tell the viewers that add-ons equals ban. Why? It's not that they blocked certain add-ons, Saka. It's more that they restricted the functionality. So some add-ons adapted and keep going, and some stopped development, like Vicaros. But basically, you can't communicate within the team anymore. Like you can't send add-on messages to people. That's one big restriction. And back then, like you could press a private hour macro, for example, to request an external. That is no longer doable. And that's an example of people requiring you to use an add-on, because if that's how you request an external, I mean, you have to use it. Else either you can't request it or you can't see the requests as a healer. Afternoon, Kana. What's up, dude? You manage on Rayleigh, right? So you influence the player UIs of the streams you're watching, right? For info and whatnot. Yeah, I have Gab and Gingy are like required to do the things that I want specifically, so that I can watch them. They volunteered doing this, so it's not that I'm forcing anyone here. But I would need to force somebody, yeah, for best rating. I do have to look at Genius UI. Yeah, we need to take a look at it in general. Or I just go with Gob more, and then he's just, I don't know. He can bench. I heard mages are super weak now anyways. Who do you watch if mages are a dog? You always need one mage, because you need to have the intellect buff. The last time where we didn't have a mage, I don't think it was a thing, honestly. The most extreme setup was on Sepulcher, Lords of Dread, and mage really sucked, I think, but Warlock was okay, and them having the intellect buff was worth it. Unad was extreme, but I was playing back then, bro. I was a mage myself. Either you had mage because 5-6 heal. It did it again. What the hell, bro? I swear, guys, I'm not playing ads. It's doing it itself. This is great. I need to turn off Stream Deck. It's a new version or something. I don't know what's going on. I turn it off now. And we turn it on again. Hopefully that restart will fix it. That's crazy. I don't want more ads. Please stop. Stop giving me money. Don't watch the ads, guys. Ah, Stream Deck. I hate it when it makes me money. Oh shit! It just came up now. Okay. We go for the video. I made it short. Oh my god. This got released like a couple days ago.
The Sunwell is a font of energy, full of power that has sustained our people for thousands of years.
Whoa.
So it must be protected, and we ask for the light's blessings to keep it safe.
Father, what is the light?
Well, my darling Liadrin, I will tell you what I believe.
Watching the trailer
guides my steps.
It's way cooler after this video, by the way.
And illuminates my path. In a world that is cruel and unforgiving. And when the light flows through me, when I am one with all that is sacred, I know that darkness can never prevail.
Bro, we need an undead focused here. And they're the coolest for sure, right? Need some sick lore around the undead. Wait. What the fuck? Did I go full screen again? I guess I'm turning it off, guys. I don't know. Am I playing ad again? The ad didn't even end. Hey, my PC's out of control now. Stream Deck is taking over. Okay, I just quit it completely. Like, this should not be possible anymore. Next step is like, I don't know, yell like AI is taking over and like unplug it and try to smash it or something. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Okay. Sorry.
Lady Liadrin,
Alonsus.
walk with me. I've been told we have much to discuss.
War is coming. The armies of the Void will strike soon, and we have reason to believe that it will be at Silvermoon. I need you to send word to the priests, so we can—
Before you were a paladin, you were a priest once, yes?
Didn't even know that you can switch classes or how that whole thing works.
Grant me your grace! Hear me! Please! Why would you ask that?
Many of the paladins I anointed in life started as priests, trying to find meaning after the war they had just lost. Some sought retribution for all the suffering they had endured. Others tried to—
Are there other main characters that swap classes,
It was
guys?
those who did not find peace in the light who became the most dangerous.
We have a war to prepare for, Alonsus.
And we will be fighting this
I guess
war
Arthas,
together,
right?
Liadrin.
And from Paladins of DK.
So I need
Think
you to
about it.
ask yourself why the mere sight of me and you grasping your sword.
That's funny. This guy thinks she's racist, by the way, basically, from what I understand. Some because of that.
We're just here for him, elf.
Thrall is a shaman, bro. When did he change? He's gone. Don't you guys think this like art style is really good? I think this looks great. I don't know how hard this is to make,
I'm sorry, Alonsus.
but if you got more
I do
episodes
not
like this, I think it would
harbor the
be
hate that they
amazing.
do. It's just echoes of when war came to Silvermoon.
This does not look Disney-fied either, really.
Father?
Well, as a meta slave, he plays meta in the house when everyone is meta. He's ashamed of the both, it's fine.
Darkness can never prevail. Oh, Liadrin, I did not know.
And yet you were right. I became a paladin for every reason you said. Loss, despair, retribution. But when the Sunwell, despite having endured terrible loss and destruction, was reborn in the glory of the light, so too was my faith and my hope. So I will face the echoes that haunt me and fight for the sacred heart of Silvermoon, knowing that together, with the light by our side, darkness will never prevail.
Watching the in-game cinematic, like the not in-game cinematic, what the fuck, the expansion cinematic. After this is also way cooler because you know about the character more, and Like there was one of the sentences that she uses while praying to the Sunwell, and it's the same one from her father here or something.
My darling Leadrin, I will tell my blessing. It must now be power of energy.
I don't know what it is, but yeah. Anyways. Yeah, good stuff. I hope Blizzard does these things. I think this is way cooler for storytelling than in-game quests, bro. And I think they could even bake this in as like an in-game cinematic. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know if there's a reason why not. Is it like too long for an in-game thing? I don't know. I guess so. These ones have always been favorite, like the Jaina and Ashara ones. You would have liked, yeah, true. Yeah, deserves it. Looks good. I looked at the other ones; they weren't as good. I was like, oh, maybe there's more of them, right? And I looked at. Okay, this one is just like a book reading session, and this one starts really. This one I think, yeah, starts really bad, and then becomes a bit better later on. But like, there's this thing, bro. It looks so fucking bad. This thing here. Fuck am I looking at? It was so weird. Even weirder when it moves. Look at this.
Stay. Let this pointless.
I guess they like it's intentionally made in this way in a way. I don't know. I think it just looks really odd. But later on it does get a little bit better. Again, not really. Woo! Not really Disney-fied. That's cool. Scary as fuck. Yeah, but too scary even there. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna keep it short today. Like I said, it was a good stream. I think we covered everything. Wanted to catch up mainly. I don't want to log in and bore you, you know? I need to at some point prepare for the expansion. I don't even know when I'm gonna play it, honestly. If I'm gonna play it on release or what. There's so many things to do, guys. It's crazy. So fucking many things to do. Wish me luck. You're obligated to. It's either you Twitch Prime or sub, or you wish me luck. Just choose whatever you want to do. That's fine as well. Thank you for the stream, and see ya hopefully on expansion launch. Hopefully. We'll see. Maybe I'm too old and I do it day after, or in the weekend again.